So this is the third day I've worn this shirt. I probably should change it soon. I didn't actually upload a video yesterday just for the fact that I ended up doing so much stuff that I figured I'd just wait until the morning. Oh, there's just never enough time in a day. I apologize. My chair is very noisy. Yeah, I got... What the heck? Of course somebody's calling me now. That was Phil. I don't know who's trying to call me. Oh well. Nobody calls this number. And if they do, I usually recognize the number. What was I? Oh yeah, no, yesterday, good grief. I was trying to do so much stuff the previous night that I ended up waking up later than I probably should have, but at the same time only getting like 6 hours of sleep. I didn't even take a shower. I just put on fresh clothes for the most part. For some reason I really like to wear this shirt in between, or underneath my work shirt. I get out to work, go to my meeting. They had a big spiel about if you do well this week or this month and you do everything that you're supposed to, you can be entered in for a contest for a new grill. And I'm thinking to myself about these contests that my work does. They used to be easy to do, but nowadays it's like, I won't even try because I'm not going to push myself. I mean, I could do some pretty crazy stuff to get eligible for the contest, but I'm just not going to do it, to be honest. So, no, I got out to work. I was tired. The beginning of the day just didn't start out good. But by the end of the day, it was not bad. So, yeah, it was one of those days in the evening I got a tip from somebody, and I'm like, no, I'm technically not supposed to accept tips, and he just kind of puts it inside my vehicle while I'm trying to leave. He's like, oh my god, alright. Well, I thank you very much. At the same time, as far as tips go, you don't want to like be aggressive against tips, because at the same time you want everybody to appreciate what you did, but you don't want them to just feel bad afterwards. But somebody that I knew also gave me a TV that they're like, this TV's busted. It works for a little bit, but then after a while it shuts off. Couldn't figure out ever what was wrong with it. Can you recycle it? I'm like, okay. So they had already bought a new TV. They gave me this TV they were going to throw away. And, I mean, I've been testing it for the last 10 hours, and I can't really find anything wrong with it. I mean, it's a decent TV. So, I think it's probably just dust. From what he was describing, it sounds like the system's just overheating. So, I'll open it up, dust it off, just double check everything inside, see if there's no crazy capacitors that are blowing in it, and test it for a little bit longer, but I'll probably just stick it in my living room. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not the biggest TV in the world, but at the same time, I was looking for a TV to replace in there anyway. So everything worked out. The weather was crazy too. Oh my gosh, this week? So it was Saturday. It was 70 degrees. It was nice out. I got to do some yard work, and then Monday. No, was it Saturday? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm mixing up my days. So yeah, Saturday it was nice. Sunday it was really, really windy. I mean, extremely windy. I mean, stuff was blowing around everywhere. People's satellite dishes were falling over. And then Monday got down to the high being like 45. It was actually snow flurrying in the morning. It was like What is with this weather? Creaking chair over there. Look at my topics. What I got going on. Oh yeah. So a couple things that I did is I made this new cup to put plants in. Essentially, this is for plants that already have a established root system. I gotta modify it a little bit because it's still a little too small in the base here, but the my plants have gotten so big. The initial cup that I made when they were seedlings, they've busted the bottom out of this. I mean, plants are crazy strong sometimes. And then I just knocked a figurine off my desk. I've been dealing with this laptop here. I had actually bought this as, I can't remember if it was a birthday present or a Christmas present for my father, like 8 years ago. I mean, from now it's a slow laptop, but it's still got some use to it. But the problem is, whatever Dell did to these laptops when they manufactured them, I guess they're only really designed for word processing. But even at that, my father said this thing got so hot that it became unusable and it throttled itself because of it. So what I did was I cut up the bottom and I put a giant, I put a fan that's about twice the size. See if I can open this. And I 3D modeled this bottom. I was originally going to say, hey, maybe make it out of aluminum, but it's not that big of a deal of a project to do something like that. So, and the inside of this is an absolute mess. I had some thermal adhesive, and I just took some heat sinks that I had and just glued them to the heat pipe. Well, thermal pasted them to the heat pipe. I adapted the fan. Initially, I was going to use both the original fan and the new fan, but the voltage off of the fan just wasn't enough to do both of them. Let's see if I can get this thing back together real quick. But yeah, it definitely doesn't play a game like Rust. But Call of Duty, I can play at 800 by 600. If you want to call that playing a game. But I'm going to see what I can use it for. I was hoping that I could use it for a like a standard definition streaming computer for that setup that I have out in the television side of my shed. Oh my gosh, this thing does not want to go back together. Come on. There we go. There's a couple latches. I'll deal with that later. There's a couple latches that don't want to go on, but yeah, it's I don't think it's going to be good enough for a streaming computer. That's the only thing with it. Alright, what else we got? Laptop cooling, crazy weather, work was crazy, got a TV, plant correction. Okay. Oh yeah, no, yeah, so the reason I didn't end up doing a video yesterday, I mean, sometimes Monday nights I usually do like some sort of streaming, but I decided not to do it this week. Me and my brother just ended up watching shows for like 7 hours straight. I mean, it was fun. It was ridiculous fun. But, man, we wasted so much time. But it was good quality time. Got used to that Walmart couch that I bought. But man, we watched shows until like 2 a.m. But the weird part is, I went to bed, I fell asleep probably like 2:45, and I woke up, I'm like, oh man, it's probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't do anything all day. I'm hoping it's just still tomorrow. And I look at my phone there, and I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. And I'm just double checking. I'm like, there's no way it's 8 o'clock, because I felt like I slept a full night. I mean, barely 6 hours of sleep, and I feel fine. Especially after the previous night where I didn't get much sleep at all. It was crazy. It was nice though. When you have days like that where you actually wake up and you start doing stuff. Yeah, the only other topic that I had with me for today was I've been setting up my TV because my cat, I feel like he gets lonely or something when I'm not around. So I'm going to try to set up cartoons for my cat to watch while I'm not at home. It seems like he actually does set and watch it if I do that. I guess it just gives him something to look at. But I was setting it up, and there was a show on the other day. It was The Lottery Changed My Life. And that got me thinking about lottery stuff again, because I used to do the lottery every couple of weeks, and just going back and thinking at it, the amount of waste that the lottery really is. I mean, it's funny watching those shows because you got some people that do stuff wholesome. Like one guy's like, hey, I won $100,000. I can finally get teeth that work, which is like, yeah, that's a really good investment. Or somebody's like, I finally paid off my credit card bills. And then you got people that are like, I don't know, like if you've ever watched the movie Chappie, you got that like white trash guy. It's like, you won money, and all you're doing is wasting money at pawn shops? This is ridiculous. And he's like, I'll make money. It's like, no, pawn shops make money off of you. There's no way you're going to make a profit afterwards. It got me thinking, like, the majority of people the odds of winning the lottery, you're more likely to accidentally get rich than you are to win the lottery. And thinking about that as well, let's just say like the Powerball. It's $2 a ticket. It does it twice a week. It's $4 a week. $4 a week at 52 weeks a year. If you do it every day, that's $208 you're wasting a year. I mean, that's a whole 2 trips at groceries, essentially. And if you do that for 15 years, you've thrown $3,000 down the drain. Now, you might like win $100 every once in a while or something ridiculous like that, but chances are you're going to waste like $3,000 straight up. And the problem when you win the lottery, or win any amount really in the lottery, even if it's like $10, the majority of people throw that out. Like, they just re-put it in the lottery, hoping they're going to win big. And not very many people profit at all. So, yeah, like I said, it's more likely that you'll just randomly get rich. Which, it was funny, because the next show that played on after that was a show called Suddenly Rich, which was basically that exact scenario where it's like, this guy inherited this house, and there was, like, baseball cards were $2 million in the attic. Or this guy was a personal chef, and he hated the people that he worked for, and this guy's like, hey, go work for this startup, and that startup ended up being Google, and when they went public, he got rich overnight, just instantly. So, it's, my philosophy now as far as the lottery goes is, I mean, every once in a while, if you want to get like a scratch off or something, just to fool around, I mean, that's fine. But don't make it a daily thing. I mean, you just throwing money away. Like some people say, it's a tax on the poor or uneducated, essentially. I mean, you're never going to make it big on that. It's super random. And, yeah, you're more likely to make money by your own means or just randomly than you are to actually win something like that. So that's my opinion and my daily tip for the day. Oh, and before I forgot to put the actual the date. Yesterday was April 1st. Today's April 2nd. But I'll probably have another video this evening if I can think of stuff to say. So, thanks for anybody who's watching, and I'll see you in the next one.